In this lesson, we're going to apply the product of powers property, which means that we're going to be multiplying exponents today. So let's take a minute and go back and review what exponents are. A number that is expressed using an exponent is called a power. And the base is the number that is multiplied. And the exponent tells us how many times the base is used as a factor. So right here, in this case, the 5 is our base, and the 3 here is our exponent. So if we were going to evaluate this, what this means is that I have the number 5 that's been multiplied 3 times. So I have 5 times 5 times 5, and that is going to be then equal to 125. Do not get the exponent mixed up with like 5 times 3, because that's not what it is. It means that it's the base, the number 5, that's been multiplied 3 times, 5 times 5 times 5, which is equal to 125. All right, so example 1, write expressions using exponents. Let's start by writing 3 times 3 times 3 as an exponent. So I would have 3 then, my base, and because I have 4 3's, I'm going to have 3 to the 4th power. In letter B, I have t, and I have t times t times t times t. And notice I have a total of 5 t's, so that's going to be written as t to the 5th power. And in our last one, we have 6 times a times a times a, and times b times b. All right, so we have just 1 6. I'm just going to write the 6. And because I have 3 a's, I will have a to the 3rd. And then because I have 2 b's, I have b squared. All right, I'd also like to go back and review how we evaluate exponents. Remember, 2 to the 3rd means 2 times 2 times 2. And then, so 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 then is. All right, so let's take a look then at our negative 3 to the 3rd power if I were to evaluate this one. If I have the negative 3, that means that that's going to be multiplied 3 times. I have negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. And then 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 times 3 is 27. So we're going to have 27, and let's now go back and look at those negatives. 2 negatives make a positive, but then a positive and a negative make a negative. So we have to be really careful when we're evaluating these when we have the negatives. All right, and then our third one, we have negative 4 squared. So what that means is that you have negative 4 times negative 4. And 2 negatives, they make a positive, so we know it's going to be positive. And then 4 times 4 is 16. All right, so I'd like to point out how this next one, number 4, differs from the one that we have up here. So this one, notice how I have the parentheses around the negative 4. And notice how I do not have any parentheses in this case for number 4. So when we have one like this, we need to remember the order of operations. And the order of operations are parentheses, exponents, and then the multiply and divide, and then add and subtract. Well, because I do not have the parentheses here, we need to evaluate this part right here first, all right? And so because I have a 4 and 4 squared is going to be 16, then I need to go back and put this negative back on it. So notice how the one with the parentheses around it is a positive 16, and then the one with the without the parentheses, that is going to be a negative 16. So let me show you what it looks like then here by applying the order of operations. So we don't have any parentheses, but we do have exponents. And so I'm going to evaluate this first. So I'm going to have 25 minus, and now I'm going to take 4 squared, 4 times 4, it's 16. And now we're going to just take 25 minus 16, and we'll get 9. All right, and our last one in this section here, we have y squared plus 5 if y is equal to negative 3. All right, now I want to point out that whenever you have a variable that's been assigned to a negative number, when you've got that exponent, that it has to have the parentheses around it. So when I go and I plug this in, I've got negative 3 now squared. And notice that is different than the one where you'd not have the parentheses around it, plus 5. So negative 3 squared, I have negative 3 times negative 3. That gives me 9. So then I have 9 plus 5, and that's going to give me 14. All right, so now we're ready to start multiplying our exponents. Example 3, how do I apply the product of powers property? All right, so the product of powers property says to multiply powers having the same base, we are going to add the exponents. So for example, I have a to the m power times a to the n power. I would add those exponents together. And you can see it better over here where we took 5 squared times 5 to the third. We would add those exponents together and we would get 5 then to the 5th power. All right, so find the product. Write answers using exponents. So we have 3 to the 4th times 3 to the 2nd power. And what that looks like is that we have these 4 3s. We have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. And we're multiplying that by another 2 3s. And so when I go to count up all the 3s that I have here, I have 6 3s giving me 3 to the 6th power. Now, if we were to apply the property, we would simply take 3 to the 4th, and I take my 4 and my 2, and I'm going to add those together, and that's where we got this to the 6th power. All right, let's do another one. We have x to the 3rd times x squared. So I have 3 x's, and I'm multiplying that by another 2 x's. And so if I count them all up, I have x to the 5th power. Now, we could also apply that property where we're adding the exponents. So when I add 3 and I add 2, I get 5. And notice that I have x to the 5th power. So for number 3, we have x to the 5th power times x. And if I were to write this one out, I'd have these 5 x's, and then I'd have one more x. So it's really important to note that if you don't have a power there with the number or a variable, there is a power there. It's 1. And so in this case, then I would have x to the 6th power because I have 6 x's. And again, if I add these exponents together, notice I do get 6. So for number 4, we have 2 to the 3rd times 2 to the 4th times 2. And so I have got the base of 2, so my base will be 2 as I'm multiplying these. And again, remember we add together those exponents, and I'm going to put a 1 right there so that I don't forget it. And I'll take 3 plus 4 and I get 7. And I'm going to add the 1, and so I'll get to the 8th power. So 2 to the 8th power is the answer there. All right, for question number 5, I have negative 3 squared times negative 3 to the 4th power. So let's go ahead and let's just write down our base, and let's make sure that we keep our parentheses on it. And so I have negative 3 squared times negative 3 to the 4th, and so I'm going to add together my exponents, and I'm going to get a 6. And now remember when we had been looking at example number 2, when we were talking about these negative exponents, right here I have negative 3, and I'm going to have it 6 times. And if I have an even number of exponents, remember an even number of exponents is going to be positive. So I could leave this as negative 3 with the parentheses to the 6th power. But even a better way to write it would be positive 3 to the 6th power. So for our next one, we have negative 4 to the 3rd power and negative 4 to the 4th power. So I'm going to have then a negative 4, and I'm going to take my 4 and my 3, and I'm going to add it, and I'm going to get to the 7th power. Now again, this one I can leave as negative 4 to the 7th power with the parentheses around it. And in this case, I've got an odd number of exponents. So I could also simplify this by taking off the parentheses, but I would have to leave it as a negative answer because an odd number of negatives is going to make a negative answer. All right, so here is our answer here. All right, for question number 7, we have 5t times 3t squared. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to multiply our numbers just like we've always multiplied. So we're going to take our 5 and our 3, and 5 times 3 then is 15. And now I have t times t squared. Remember that there's a 1 right there. So When I multiply my t's, then I'm going to add together those exponents, and I'll have 15t to the third power. For question number 8, I have ab to the fifth times 8a squared b to the fifth. All right, so let's start by multiplying. Let's get our numbers here. And there is a number here. There's a 1. So if you don't see a number in front, you can put a 1 there if it makes more sense to you. So 8 times 1, you have 8. And now I'm going to multiply my a's. And so I have a to the first times a to the second. And that'll be a to the third. And then b to the fifth times b to the fifth. I'm going to add those exponents together too, and I'll get b to the 10th. And then our last one, we have negative 4x to the third y to the fifth times negative 5x y to the third. So again, we're going to multiply our numbers like we've always multiplied them, and negative 4 times 5 is positive 20. And then I'm going to have x to the third times just x to the first. That's going to give me x to the fourth. And then I'm going to multiply my y's, and I have y to the fifth times y to the third, which is going to give me y to the eighth. All right, so in this lesson, we reviewed some of the exponent rules, and we learned how to multiply exponents.